What it do, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and YouTube? I said, oh, what it do? All right, y'all. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I posted one of these videos. My mic's a little too far. Let's see if we can. Don't get it all up in my mouth. All right. Usually I like doing all that before I start the video, but I was in a rush to get this started. I have not posted in a minute because I just created a TikTok, so I've been trying to figure that out and what I want to do with that. And so it's the same thing. If you care to follow me on TikTok, it's Mystic Shadow Films. Trying to have more of a social presence on social media presence on the internet, and that's what this video is basically about. So it's not going to be a very long video, but yeah, it's not going to be very long. So I'm just going to get right into it. Okay. Having me some wine tonight, as I like to do with my discussions. So if you want to go get you a glass or something, go ahead and pause this video. Go pour you something, even if it's a glass of water with lemon. Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get started. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I've gotten this question before, and then I've gotten this concern before. If you're trying to be a serious actor, if you're trying to really be serious about getting to the film industry, should you have a more presence on social media if you want to be taken seriously, so to speak? I've had people tell me, how come you don't have much of a social presence when it comes to the internet? I've had people tell me, why are you getting a TikTok? Aren't you trying to be a serious actor and blah, blah, blah? Why are you doing it? So I'm going to explain to you how it works for you. Do you need to have like a social media presence to get jobs? No, but it does help. So in order for me to fully explain it, let me go back to y'all when I first got myself out there, because I'm about to tell my age, but I don't care. Back then when I started out, you had to have an agent. I mean, you still do now, but you really had to have an agent if you really wanted to get yourself out there. So I had an agent, and then you also, now the internet was back there. I don't want to make it sound like we didn't have the internet. I didn't have the internet. The internet was there, and it also helped. I used to go on Actors Info Booth a lot, newspaper, to find auditions, who was having auditions. So I would always give my agent headshots, and I always had headshots on me. So in case some castings came to her office, she'd ship out my headshots. And if I happen to find an acting gig online or in a newspaper or whatever, by word of mouth, I always had headshots with me as well, so I could take it to that audition myself. And to really get yourself known and seen, you had to do a lot of research and a lot of search and a lot of hustling, because you had to rely on your agent. Then you also had to rely on yourself and try to find some stuff. So I would find some theater stuff, usually on the internet, on the internet and the newspaper. Uses when I wanted the very first short film I was in, I found it myself on Actors Info Booth, and I carried my headshots down there, went to the audition, got a call back, I got the part. So my very first role I got myself, because my agent, the agent that I had, it wasn't that she wasn't sending me out for stuff. It was what she was sending me out stuff for. Like, it was a lot of extra work, which is not bad when you're starting out, because you get to experience what it's like to be on the set and stuff like that. So that wasn't a big problem. But after a while, I was like, okay, I want to start getting some roles. I'm tired of being in the background. And then she also would send me out. She sent me out on some modeling stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't an ugly dude, but I ain't no model. Like, I was a lot bigger back then than I am now, and up under this hat there is a receding hairline, but it wasn't as prominent as it is now. But why are you sending me for modeling, get hair care products? And I'm like, Come on, lady. Like, yeah, I mean, let's be realistic in this industry here. You send me for stuff that I fit, the roles that I fit. Come on. So after a while, I kind of let her go. It's not like I said, it wasn't that she wasn't trying to find me work. It was just I don't know if she wasn't getting a lot of casting stuff, or she was just sending certain people out to get shit. I don't. Oh, excuse my language. Out to get stuff, but I wasn't getting anything. I was just, I was getting extra stuff, but like I said, that's whatever. But to get yourself known, you had to really hustle and then hope to keep running into the same casting directors that notice you. Oh, hey, Erlandris, how are you? I remember you from so and so. No, 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 no. You know what I mean? And so that's how you pretty much would get a name for yourself, especially if you usually auditioned in the same circle or in the same area or for the same company, and then you work for them, or you know what I mean. And a lot of times they ask you, if you don't get the part, can you do makeup? Can you do camera? You know, can you do this, or do you just mind coming in and helping us out if you can? And never say no. A lot of actors get bitter, a lot of actors get upset, and they turn these things down. Never do that. Because one, you can make connections and you network that way, and then that's how you end up really getting yourself known. Because if you audition for them several times, and this has happened to me before, especially within the theater circuit, they tend to remember you. And like, you know what? You know who I think would be good for this part? So-and-so. Oh, the guy that always helps with the catering? Yes, he's auditioned for me. So trust me, it works. So that's pretty much how you had to get yourself noticed and remembered. Now with social media, because even back then there wasn't MySpace. MySpace wasn't even up yet. And so, give me a second. Let me wet my whistle. Y'all, this glass is so full because it's the only glass I'm gonna have. That's why y'all don't see the bottle next to me. If I run out, I run out. But anywho, now with social media, a lot of times in the casting, they'll ask you, or even your agent, when you're looking for an agent, they'll ask you, do you have social medias? Yeah. Yes, I do. How many followers do you have? Now, does that depending on if they're going to sign you or not? No. It helps, because what people tend to forget, or they just don't realize, is that the film industry is a business, and it's all about getting butts in those seats. So if you have person A auditioning, yes, they have a Facebook, yes, they have an Instagram, but they don't really take it that serious like most people don't. And they may have only a few followers and whatnot, not too many people following them or too many people on their friends list. Then you have person B, who is so-and-so, and they have 65,000 here, 165 there, and then 1 million here. Now, does that mean person B is going to get the job over person A? Not necessarily, especially if person A is killing it in the audition. However, person B has a better chance because mainly because he or she will get butts in those seats. Imagine it. You're making a movie. You you need one role filled. Okay? You don't have really many big people in it, so it's not really like everybody knows everybody's going to be in your movie. However, you got this social media person, this personality who has all these millions of followers, and they go on social media and be like, hey, y'all, I just got cast in this movie. Make sure y'all check it out. These people are already following this person, so of course they're going to go and see the movie. Boom, getting more people in those seats. So of course, person B has a better chance of probably getting that role, even if they suck at what they do, but they're still going to make that movie studio or whoever, the film company or whatever, money. And a good example of what I'm talking about is, look at Tyler Perry's Madea's Halloween 1 and 2. The majority of everybody in those movies are YouTubers, Instagrams, Twitters, whatever. Excuse me, y'all. I don't know how gassy I get. Yeah, if you check those out, most of those people in those movies, is on social media. And they landed now I'm not saying that, they're going to be cast and everything now. But it got them apart. It got them the part Tyler Perry went on there and said, hey, look at all these YouTubers. Look at all these Instagram people. He giving them a spot. He's giving them a chance. Now they need to move beyond YouTube, take what they've done there and move beyond YouTube, or you move beyond Instagram, or whatever the case may be. Because a lot of people have asked me, like, you know, they understand it. So they're like, why don't you do more, you know, get on social media more, get yourself known and whatnot. Or, you know, I've had people say, you know, you're trying to be serious. Why are you doing that? Like, shouldn't you be, it's just, no. In all honesty, I don't really need to, but it does help when you have a social presence, a social media presence. It helps a lot. It really does. Crap, what was I going to say next? It was just in my head, y'all, and then it just jumped out. It just jumped out. But so yeah, that's pretty much why it's important as an actor to have some. So, oh, I know what I wanted to say. Yeah, it was like, I may go viral, but if you don't have the staying power, because think about it, a lot of people who've gone viral, a lot of times you don't hear about them in a month or two because the moment's over. But a lot of people who are serious about it, they go viral, they have much more to show, and it lasts longer. So for me, going viral is not a big thing, and it is a big thing at the same time. So even if you do go viral, you still need to have like that staying power. You need to be able to stay in the spotlight, you know what I mean? Or you're just going to fade away, or you just may go viral one time, next thing you know, you go viral again. So it all depends. But more importantly, it does help. By me being a comedic actor, it helps a lot, especially with this TikTok. Because like I said, I just got on it, and I'm having a great time with it. I get to do more acting on TikTok than I get to do anything else, because a lot of the over dialogue and stuff like that is already there. And like I said, in plenty of my videos, when you're doing everything by yourself, you got to make it work. You know what I mean? You got to make it work, because if you don't find people who's being as serious as you are, I can go out there and find somebody who runs a camera and say, hey, film me. Next thing I know, that person has this coming up and they can't do it. So now I need to try to find somebody. So I don't like relying on people when it comes to the film industry and me making movies, even though eventually I'm going to have to get over that. And then I'm going to have to start trying to trust people more. But it's just, like I said in my video about when me and my group broke up, it's been tough ever since then, because it's okay. I'm digressing from what the hell I'm talking about. I'm about to get all emotional and whatnot, and just know. So to wrap this up, because like I said, it won't be a long video. I don't know if I'm drinking this too much, whatever the case may be, but for the past couple of weeks, I have not been able to move past the glass. It's just, I get nauseous. I don't know. Whatever. Anywho, but that's it, y'all. So that's why I am trying to have more of a prominent presence on social media now, as much as I can, because I really am trying to get myself out there, trying to get myself noticed, and I'm trying to do it the right way, by making sure I have plenty of content, and I have plenty of content planned in the future. Because like I say, you can make a video, anybody can make a video and go viral. Anybody can. But the next videos go viral over some of the stupidest things. It really does. And the next thing you know, like I said, in a couple of weeks or in a couple of months or a month or so, you totally forgot about that person because that moment is past. And they ain't got no other videos because they probably wasn't expecting to go viral off of what video they went viral off of. So they don't have anything else. Rather than somebody going viral, someone goes on their page and like, oh, they got more videos, and they go on there and they start sharing it and whatnot and whatnot. So that's why I do what I can. I do little discussions here and there, because you never know when there's an upcoming younger actor, especially nowadays, especially a lot of you younger actors coming up. Get on social media, make videos, do what you can. If you're a comedic actor, do some comedic monologues, record yourself doing these things. There's an audience for everybody. Trust me when I tell you. So there are people out there who may want to see you do an audition. You never know. There may be a little kid who's thinking about doing it. They go on Instagram and sees your video of you doing a comedic monologue or dramatic monologue. They start following you, getting tips and stuff like that. showing mom and dad. Mom and dad shows friends like, hey, look, this is the guy he watches, or this is the girl she watches, to do the monologues and whatnot. Next thing you know, they're following you, and then they're showing their daughter or son who's thinking about being an actor. When they get on, you never know. So a lot of you young actors now, you have the technology. Even smartphones back then, I couldn't record what I can record now. They have such good quality now. So try to get a group of friends together, film something. You never know where it can take you. Just make sure you have that staying power, because you can record one thing, go viral. Next thing you know, you got nothing else. Ooh, excuse me. So nowadays, it's best, in my opinion, even if you're trying to be a serious actor, even if you don't want to get on social media and you feel like it's superficial or it's materialistic or anything like that, misogynist, just, I guess, people into themselves, get on there and do some monologues, do some skits, do some scenes. That's why I do a lot of scenes from TikTok, because the scenes are there, the dialogue is there. So I just find what I can to make people laugh, have a good time myself, especially during this quarantine. Oh God, it's keeping me busy. But yeah, so my advice to a lot of the young actors now, you guys have so much more opportunity than I did when I started out, because I wished we had the phones and the social media back then. I probably would have blown up by now. But yeah, so it's important. Do you need it? No, but it does help, especially if you are that serious actor and you have people following you. And then, because the agent will most likely look you up. As soon as you call them up and say, hey, listen, I'm looking for representation. My name is so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. They might go on home that night, write your name down, and go on social media and look you up. And then they decide whether they want to sign you or not. But do remember, when you are looking for an agent, you are hiring them. So ask them questions. It is an interview for them as well. A lot of people think it's, oh my God, they have to sign me. Oh my God, I'm not going to ask questions. Do you represent a lot of people like myself? Do you guys get a lot of casting, for this area? There's a lot of work for this area, because you are trying to work. And remember, they don't get paid unless you get paid. So if they're charging you up front, that's not a legit agency. See, my agency back then was charging me for photos. They did my headshots. So they were already getting money from me. So that's why I really felt she didn't. And like I said, I was just starting out, so I didn't know a lot. But I did know that she shouldn't be charging me to be my agent. But if they're already getting money from you from headshots, they're already getting you your money. You know what I mean? Especially if you're ordering through them as well, which I was. So that makes sense why I was getting what I was getting. But that's it for now. I'm done, y'all. I don't know how long this video is. My taskbar. Oh, it's darn 17 minutes. All right, so that's it. Before I close out, once again, like I said, to a lot of young actors or parents out there with kids that are interested in get them on social media. Get them an account, monitor their account, make sure you're the one that's in control of the account, especially if they're minors and they're under 18. So it's okay for them to have, social media if they're trying to get them out there, but just make sure you are in control of that account. I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell some of y'all that, but I don't want nobody to be like, you saying a kid should have a social media? I'm saying yes, they should, but mom and dad or whoever the guardian is should be in control of that account and monitor it and make sure, they ain't getting contacted by no strangers or posting pictures they don't need to be posting. So yes, get them a social media account, but just monitor their media account. If you're not, and this is for anybody of any age, you can just get, I ain't that young anymore. I ain't that old, but I ain't that young either. But this is for anybody, especially if you're older now and you've always wanted to do it. Start out slow. Get yourself a social media account if you don't already have one. Create a page like I did on Facebook, Mystic Shadow Films. Create a channel on YouTube. Get a TikTok. Get an Instagram. Or get a Twitter. It is kind of difficult to manage all these social media accounts. I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I just got on TikTok, so I haven't really been posting here a lot. Ooh, excuse me. So it's hard to manage, but it can be done. All right. So I'm done. Y'all stay safe out there in the quarantine, because now I got gas out of the wazoo now. All right. So stay safe. Stay home. Stay home. Some of y'all are reopening up. Stay home. Stay home. All right. So that's it. Thank you. Thank you for watching me here at Mystic Shadow Film.